Uh, Good evening, friends. So today we are going to see the second part, the second week, that's the introduction to the push down automata. Okay, so first we'll see what is the tuple format of PDA. So basically the PDA is a 7 tuple. Now I will show what are those 7 tuples. Q, this is input alphabet, this is a stack symbol, this is a transition function, this is a initial state or start state, this is a Z is called as a topmost symbol of stack, and F is what final state. Now we'll see what actually all these tuples mean, so, and how we can compare with this our the week one, that is a finite automata, right? So basically the PDA is a 7 tuple and our finite automata it's a 5 tuples. Now there are 2 tuples that are introduced here. The one is called as a stack symbol, this symbol, and second one we call it as a Z here, that we call it as a topmost symbol of the stack. Right, now here the Q is a total number of states in the state diagram, which is very similar to our finite automata. Now this is the second input alphabet, so this is also very similar to our previous finite automata. Now coming toward the third one that we are having, this is called as what a stack symbol. So it is indicating what are the symbols are there in a stack. So it is a list of all those symbols which are available in a stacks here. Now the next is what delta, it is a transition function which is giving us how the states are moving from one state to another. So we have to give some inputs here. So after having these inputs, it is going to some another state, so we call it as a transition function. How should I migrate from one state to another state? Now the next we are having a Q0, that is the initial state, which is very similar to our finite automata also. Now Z is called as a topmost symbol of the stack. Okay, so what is a symbol that is emerging in the stack? So that's what a Z here. The F, it's a set of final state which is very similar to what the previous one, right? So now we'll move to the next that content we are having, reflection spot questions. This is very important. So what is the question is that whether push down automata is a powerful or finite automata is a powerful. So based on the week 1 and the week 2 you have to answer this one. So pause this video for a while and you write down the questions in your notebook, think on it and write down the questions. I am going to explain what is actually the answer here. So the question is whether push down automata is a powerful or finite automata, right? So now the answer for it is yes, push down automata is a powerful. Why? Because push down automata contains one stack, whereas finite automata is not having a single stack. So finite automata is not having a stack and push down automata is having got one stack. Now what actually the stack is indicating? A stack is working like a storage. So storage, we know that it can store something, right? So that's why the PDA is powerful, because finite automata is not having a storage, it is not having a memory. So and push down automata is having a one stack to store some data, to store some memory. So that's why push down automata is a more powerful than what the finite automata. Okay, now we'll move to the next, that is what are the ways of acceptance of by string by the PDA. Okay, so how my PDA will accept a string? So basically there are two ways by which we can accept or we can construct the PDA, and we can set how the strings are going to be accepted by the PDA. The first we call it as a final state mechanism. So in this case, in final state mechanism, the PDA is accepting when it is reaching to the final state. Okay, so whenever we are constructing the state diagram, so that time if the input is ending at the final state, that is a double circle, if it is ending in a final state, then I will say that the PDA is accepting that string. Now second method, we are having a empty stack mechanism. So in this case, empty stack mechanism, the PDA is going to accept the string when the stack is empty. As all of you knows that we are using a stack here, so if the stack is empty and our input is also ended, then I can say what my PDA is accepting the given string. So these are the two ways of acceptance of a string by the PDA. PDA. Okay, now we are going to have the quiz here. Okay, so it's a learning by doing activity, so we have to attempt a quiz on a Moodle. Okay, so thank you. If you are having any questions, then create a discussion in our course, so I will be replying to that answer. Thank you.